Within the rich tapestry of Slavic folklore, Baba Yaga emerges as a potent figure, simultaneously witch, guardian, and embodiment of the multifaceted forces of nature and femininity. Her tales intertwine with those of valiant seekers like Vasilisa, the Beautiful, unfolding a transformative odyssey into the heart of the enchanted forest where mysteries abound. In the ancient tales of the Slavic world, the forest emerges not merely as a backdrop, but as a vital presence, an entity that breathes and lives on the threshold between our realm and another. It is a place enveloped in profound shadows and ancient memories, where the usual rules of reality begin to unravel. Those who find themselves lost, desperate, or courageous enough to enter may encounter wonders and terrors that define normal existence. The journey into this forest is arduous, stretching over days as one leaves behind the familiar. Trails fade away, and the echoes of human life dwindle into a heavy silence, interrupted only by the snap of a twig beneath one's feet or the whispers of wind, sometimes seeming to murmur a name. In the forest's deepest heart, one might feel the presence of its guardian, yet what appears first is not the being itself but her dwelling. This living forest stands as a boundary, a liminal space where the natural and supernatural merge, marking the passage from the known world into the mysterious unknown. It is a realm pregnant with both peril and possibility, demanding respect and courage from any who dare venture within. In the heart of the dark forest, Vasilisa comes upon Baba Yaga's extraordinary dwelling, a small, rugged log cabin standing on two enormous, scaly chicken legs. This hut defies all conventional notions of a home. It moves independently, capable of walking, running, and sometimes spinning wildly in dizzying circles. It possesses a will of its own, rendering it unpredictable and almost alive. Encircling the hut is a grim fence constructed from human bones, its posts crowned with skulls that glow eerily in the darkness, casting a haunting light over the clearing. Approaching this uncanny abode is no ordinary feat. One cannot simply step up to the door. To gain entry, the visitor must recite a secret incantation. Hut, oh hut, turn your back to the forest and your front to me. Only upon uttering these magical words does the house groan and slowly pivot to face the visitor, lowering itself to the ground to grant passage. This moving hut symbolizes a threshold between worlds, a liminal space where the normal rules bend and ancient magic reigns. It is more than a mere shelter. It is a living sentinel guarding the boundary between life and death, the known and the mysterious. To enter Baba Yaga's home is to willingly step beyond the familiar into the realm of the supernatural, where power, danger, and transformation await. Baba Yaga is a figure of profound complexity, embodying both menace and wisdom. She is at once a terrifying monster who sharpens her teeth on stone and preys on lost children, and a wise woman who bestows powerful magical gifts capable of saving entire kingdoms. This duality reflects the very essence of nature, both nurturing and destructive, life-giving and death-dealing. In the tales, Baba Yaga is not merely a villain or a benevolent helper. She is a force of nature, a guardian of the threshold between life and death. She commands the elements and wields ancient magic that challenges those who seek her out. Her motives are not rooted in simple malice or kindness, but in cosmic justice. She rewards the brave and worthy while punishing the reckless and unprepared. This ambiguity makes Baba Yaga a pivotal figure in folklore. She tests visitors with impossible challenges, gauging their courage, wit, and respect. Those who pass her trials receive wisdom, magical aid, or the means to continue their quest. Those who fail face dire consequences, often symbolized by their remains becoming part of her fence of bones. Thus, Baba Yaga transcends the role of traditional witch or villain. She's a wise, if fearsome, maternal figure, an archetype that demands respect and introspection. Her character invites us to acknowledge the nuanced forces at play in life, where danger and guidance coexist, and true growth arises from confronting the unknown. Vasilisa's story begins with a poignant gift from her dying mother, a small magical doll entrusted with a simple yet profound instruction. Feed this doll, my child, and consult it whenever you find yourself in trouble. It will help you. This doll was no mere plaything. It embodied Vasilisa's intuition, the wisdom passed down from her maternal line, given tangible form. After her mother's death, Vasilisa's father remarried, and her new stepmother, along with her 2 daughters, were filled with envy toward Vasilisa's beauty and gentle spirit. Their cruelty knew no bounds as they subjected her to endless household drudgery, aiming to drain her spirit and dim the light within her. Yet each night, Vasilisa shared a small crumb of her meager food with her magical doll and confided her sorrows. In response, the doll came alive, offering comfort and performing impossible chores during her sleep, tending the garden, fetching water, and lighting the fires. Through this quiet magic and her unwavering endurance, Vasilisa's beauty and strength only deepened. Determined to rid themselves of her presence, the stepmother devised a cruel scheme, moving the family to a remote cottage at the edge of a deep, dark forest. Known by all as Baba Yaga's domain, she seized the opportunity one cold autumn night, extinguishing every candle and lamp. She declared the household bereft of fire and insisted that someone must seek life from their only neighbor, the fearsome witch herself. Vasilisa's stepsisters shrank away, feigning terror, leaving the perilous task to her. Alone, with only her magical doll tucked safely in her pocket, Vasilisa embarked on this nightmarish errand into the haunted woods, fully aware it might be a death sentence. She traveled through the night, the forest around her growing more shadowed, ancient, and silent. The gnarled branches seemed to reach out, strange sounds echoed, and the oppressive darkness threatened to engulf her. Yet, trusting in her doll's guidance, she kept to the path. The following day unfolded with an eerie presence enveloping the very air, a hum of strange energy unlike anything she had ever known. It was then that Vasilisa encountered 3 enigmatic riders who marked the passage of time and the elemental forces governing the forest. First, a rider clad in white on a pure white horse passed, heralding the dawn's light as darkness receded with his passage. Later, a figure in red astride a blood-red horse rode by under the blazing midday sun. Finally, as evening fell, a rider dressed in black on a jet-black steed charged through Baba Yaga's gates, bringing with him an instant and profound darkness. These riders were no mere mortals, but manifestations of day, sun, and midnight, the faithful servants of Baba Yaga herself, time's sovereign mistress. Trembling but resolute, Vasilisa entered Baba Yaga's impossible hut, the strange dwelling perched on massive chicken legs and surrounded by its fence of glowing skulls. Inside, she found a realm both wondrous and foreboding, filled with strange herbs, disembodied hands that moved unseen, and the heavy presence of enchantment. When Baba Yaga arrived, hovering in her giant mortar, she sniffed the air, detecting a human presence. Vasilisa bowed and addressed her respectfully, explaining her quest for fire. Baba Yaga, knowing well the cruelty of Vasilisa's stepmother, agreed to grant her request, but only if she could earn it by completing a series of impossible tasks. The trials began at dawn, sweeping the courtyard, cleaning the hut, cooking meals, and the most daunting challenge of all, separating a bushel of wheat grain by grain amidst dirt and poppy seeds. Overwhelmed, Vasilisa wept, but then she called upon her doll, The magical figure encouraged her to rest and trust, promising that morning would bring new wisdom. During the night, the doll sprang into motion, summoning invisible helpers, ants and birds, to sort the grains flawlessly. Each day, the tasks grew ever more challenging, yet each night, the doll completed the impossible chores without fail. Baba Yaga's fury simmered as she realized she could not punish Vasilisa. Bound by ancient magic, she was compelled to honor her word. After the final task, recognizing that Vasilisa had passed all tests in respect to the mysteries she did not pry into, Baba Yaga offered the prize, a fiery skull, the very fire that Vasilisa had come to seek, glowing with an otherworldly light. With the skull in hand, Vasilisa began her journey home. Illuminated by this eerie flame, the forest shadows shrank away, and the darkness recoiled. Though tempted to discard the terrifying object, her doll cautioned her to keep the fire, for it was a symbol of her earned power. Back at the cottage, Vasilisa's stepmother and stepsisters greeted her with false relief, but the fiery gaze of the skull pursued them mercilessly. The magical fire burned with a relentless, supernatural justice, reducing the cruel women to ashes by morning. Having survived the ordeal and witnessed justice wrought, Vasilisa buried the skull in the garden, freeing herself from its dark power. She left the cursed home behind, stepping into a new life marked by wisdom, resilience, and the transformative power born from her journey into the heart of Baba Yaga's domain. As Vasilisa pressed further into the forest depths, she found herself encountering a series of extraordinary figures, each embodying distinct aspects of the passing day. The first apparition was a rider clad entirely in white, mounted on a pure white steed. His shining face and luminous presence seemed to command dawn itself, as the darkness of night melted away in his wake, allowing the first pale light to seep through the dense canopy. Moving onward, Vasilisa soon crossed paths with a second rider, garbed in vibrant red and astride a magnificent blood-red horse. His flushed visage and fiery color heralded the full blaze of midday, bringing with it the intense heat and radiant brightness of the sun at its zenith. This moment underscored the transition from morning's gentle light to the fierce energy of the day. Finally, as dusk descended, she witnessed the approach of a third horseman, entirely shrouded in black and riding a jet black horse. This shadowy figure charged through the gate of Baba Yaga's domain and vanished into the encroaching night, plunging the world into profound darkness. This final rider embodied midnight, the closing of the day and the deepest hours of the night. These three riders symbolize the elemental forces governing time itself, marking Vasilisa's passage into a realm where mortal understanding yields to the mysterious ebb and flow of cosmic cycles. Her journey was not merely physical, but also metaphysical, as she stood on the threshold of the supernatural, guided and tested by these primordial agents of day, sun, and night. Upon her arrival at Baba Yaga's enigmatic hut, Vasilisa found herself confronted with a series of daunting tasks, each seemingly impossible to complete. The witch's demands begin with a sweeping of the yard, thoroughly cleaning the entire cabin, and preparing the evening meal. But the most intimidating challenge lies ahead. Vasilisa is ordered to separate a bushel of mixed wheat, dirt, and poppy seeds into distinct piles, grain by grain, all before Baba Yaga returns. Overwhelmed by the enormity of these tasks, Vasilisa feels despair creeping in. Yet, recalling the magical doll bestowed by her late mother, she offers it a crumb of bread and shares her worries. The doll's eyes glow softly, reassuring her with a gentle voice. "Do not weep, little mistress. Eat your supper, say your prayers, and go to sleep. Morning will bring wisdom." Trusting the doll's counsel, Vasilisa rests, and during the night, the doll springs into action, summoning the aid of industrious ants, birds, and other unseen helpers. It diligently sorts the wheat from the poppy seeds and dirt, completing what seemed insurmountable. Each morning, when Baba Yaga returns, she finds the chores impeccably done, her astonishment mingled with frustration. Despite her initial anger, Baba Yaga is bound by ancient magical laws that prevent her from punishing Vasilisa outright. Undeterred, she sets forth a new array of even more demanding tasks, each designed to test Vasilisa's resilience. Yet, each night, the faithful doll quietly fulfills the impossible without the girl's direct involvement. Through these trials, Vasilisa's steadfast faith, intuition, and quiet strength shine. The tasks serve not only as obstacles, but as a crucible forging a transformation, testing her mettle and proving her worthiness in the face of overwhelming adversity. After Vasilisa successfully completed the daunting tasks set by Baba Yaga, the witch acknowledged her perseverance with a reluctant respect. Bound by ancient magical laws, Baba Yaga could no longer deny the girl's worthiness. She approached the eerie fence adorned with glowing skulls and plucked one from its post, where the hollow eye sockets burned with a fierce, otherworldly flame. Handing this flaming skull to Vasilisa, Baba Yaga declared, "Here is your fire. Take it home." This fiery gift was no ordinary flame. It symbolized the immense power Vasilisa had earned through her trials, a light drawn from the very face of death itself. Carrying the fiery skull, Vasilisa journeyed back through the forest, no longer burdened by fear, but guided by the supernatural light that frightened off the darkness surrounding her. The fire became a tangible representation of her transformation, marking her passage from a frightened girl to a bearer of potent and mystical justice. Upon her return home, Vasilisa wields the mystical fire granted by Baba Yaga, a flaming skull imbued with a potent, otherworldly power. This terrifying light becomes an instrument of righteous justice against her malevolent stepmother and stepsisters. As the skull's fiery gaze pierces through the darkness of the cottage, the wicked women find themselves unable to escape its unwavering judgment. The supernatural flame burns relentlessly, reducing them to nothing more than a pile of fine black ash by dawn. This outcome is not a mere act of vengeance by Vasilisa herself, but a manifestation of the powerful magic she has earned through her trials, a justice born from the realm of the dead, exacting punishment for their cruelty. This transformative moment marks Vasilisa's emergence from victimhood to empowered agent, her journey through darkness culminating in a fierce assertion of her rightful place and a restoration of balance. With the fiery skull buried to prevent further harm, she leaves behind the cursed cottage and the shadows of her past, stepping forward into a future shaped by wisdom, strength, and the enduring magic she now commands. The legend of Vasilisa, the Beautiful, has undergone remarkable transformations over time, reflecting the diverse cultural landscapes across which it has traveled. While the most well-known version tells of a young girl who confronts the fearsome Baba Yaga and returns empowered through the gift of fire, other iterations cast Vasilisa in strikingly different roles. In certain tellings, she emerges as Vasilisa the Brave, a wildly independent and strong character, skilled with a rifle and unafraid to challenge her fate. In alternate traditions, her rise to prominence is not through magical justice, but through her extraordinary talent as a weaver whose magnificent cloth captivates even the Tsar himself. Despite varied details, one motif remains unshaken. Vasilisa's perilous journey into the realm of Baba Yaga is a rite of passage. This crucible tests her courage, wisdom, and resolve, forging her from a frightened girl into a woman imbued with profound power and understanding. These multiple versions underscore the tale's fluidity, a living river of storytelling shaped by generations, each adaptation honoring the central theme of transformation. The story persists not merely as a fixed narrative, but as an evolving embodiment of the ancient initiation spiral, where the protagonist ventures into darkness and emerges profoundly changed, embodying wisdom and empowerment beyond the ordinary world. Baba Yaga stands as a profound symbol of transformation and initiation. She embodies a primal force governing the delicate boundary between life and death, reflecting the cyclical nature of existence itself. Her role as a guardian of this liminal space highlights the intricate balance between destruction and creation, signifying the vital processes involved in personal and spiritual growth. Through her ambiguous nature, both fearsome and wise, Baba Yaga represents the trials essential for those seeking deeper understanding and self-mastery. She is not merely a figure of menace, but a catalyst for change, challenging the hero or heroine to confront their fears and emerge transformed. Her presence in folklore underscores the complex interplay of feminine power, the mysteries of a natural world, and the passage from one state of being to another, making her an enduring archetype that speaks to the universal human experience of facing the unknown and embracing growth through adversity. Delving deeper into the tale of Baba Yaga unveils a profound psychological landscape, rich with archetypes that resonate across cultures and eras. This story, beyond its enchanting folklore, serves as a mirror reflecting the inner journeys that define human growth and transformation. At the core of Baba Yaga's presence is the archetype of the Great Mother, but not in its nurturing guise. Instead, she embodies the shadow aspect, the terrible mother. This figure represents the formidable, devouring, and possessive side of maternal power that threatens to trap the child in eternal dependency, symbolizing the fears and challenges inherent in breaking away from the safety of childhood. In encountering Baba Yaga, the initiate confronts this daunting force, a rite of passage that demands courage, wisdom, and self-reliance. Vasilice's interaction with Baba Yaga encapsulates this psychological trial, guided by her magical doll, an embodiment of intuition and inherited wisdom. She navigates impossible tasks that symbolize the taming of chaos and the harnessing of inner strength. Her success signifies the transformation from helplessness to empowerment, a rebirth into autonomy. Baba Yaga, in this light, functions as the archetypal donor, whose harsh trials provoke growth and ultimately bestow the hero with vital knowledge or power. Here, the fiery skull that illuminates Vasilice's path. On a broader scale, the tale represents the universal journey of individuation identified by Carl Jung, where the individual must venture into the unknown wilderness of the unconscious, face its fears and shadows, and emerge renewed. Baba Yaga's hut, a liminal space that defies ordinary logic, mirrors the uncanny internal landscape, both familiar and alien, that the seeker must enter to achieve profound psychological transformation. Moreover, Baba Yaga's dual nature, as both a threat and help, embodies the inherent dualities within the human psyche: destruction and creation, death and rebirth, fear and wisdom. She is neither holy villain nor savior, but a complex figure whose challenges reflect the necessary trials for personal growth. In essence, Baba Yaga's story is an allegory for the psychological processes that escort us from childhood into mature selfhood. It speaks to the fears we must face, the inner monsters we must tame, and the wisdom we must earn to carry forward into life's broader journey. This tale, timeless and evocative, continues to resonate because it articulates these universal human experiences in the vivid and compelling language of folklore. In a vast landscape of European folklore, female power is often defined by relationships to men, whether as a beautiful maiden, a devoted wife, a nurturing mother, or scheming stepmother serving a king. These roles are almost always relational, framed by their connection to male figures. Baba Yaga, however, shatters all these conventional categories. She is neither wife nor mother in the usual sense, and she answers to no male authority. Her power is not borrowed or derived. Instead, is ancient, elemental, and wholly her own, rooted in her deep connection to nature and the other world. Baba Yaga embodies a form of female power that is self-defined, sovereign, and fiercely untamed. Viewed through this lens, Baba Yaga becomes a potent symbol of wild sovereignty, a force of nature that refuses to be subdued, controlled, or exploited by human systems. Her enduring presence speaks to a kind of power society often tries to suppress: the power of intuition, the cycles of nature, and the fierce independence of a woman who rules herself completely. She's not a simple role model, for she is far too dangerous for that. Instead, she stands as a profound and lasting emblem of wild, ancient femininity that defies neat categories and refuses domination. Unlike many other figures from ancient folklore who have faded into obscurity, Baba Yaga has not only survived, but thrived. Her legacy has been rediscovered by modern storytellers, moving her from the shadowy depths of Slavic fairy tales into the global spotlight. Whether in high art, popular culture, or contemporary media, Baba Yaga remains a powerful archetype, one that challenges us to embrace the radical, untamed force of feminine power in all its complexity. Baba Yaga's influence extends far beyond traditional folklore, having made a remarkable transition into contemporary culture. Her enigmatic presence has found new life across a variety of modern media, illustrating the archetype's incredible adaptability and enduring fascination. One of Baba Yaga's earliest modern appearances was in the realm of classical music. In 1874, Russian composer Modest Mussorgsky crafted a piano suite titled Pictures at an exhibition, where one movement was inspired by Victor Hartmann's design of Baba Yaga's hut perched on chicken legs. This piece, known as the Hut on Fowl's Legs, Baba Yaga, is a vivid, almost ferocious musical tableau capturing the wild, unsettling energy of the witch's forest flight. Following Mussorgsky, other composers such as Anatoly Lyudov added their own atmospheric works about her, solidifying Baba Yaga's stature within the canon of high art. In a world of cinema, Baba Yaga's name has transcended its folkloric roots, becoming shorthand for a formidable, mysterious female figure. A notable example is the John Wick film series, where the protagonist is referred to as Baba Yaga, a fearsome assassin known as the Boogeyman. While this usage diverges from the traditional character, even changing the gender and context, it highlights how Baba Yaga's name has become a symbol of unstoppable power and dread. This shift also reveals how folklore can evolve and be reinterpreted across cultures and genres. During the Soviet era, Baba Yaga's image was further transformed. Initially suppressed as backward superstition, folklore was later reclaimed as a tool of national identity building. Baba Yaga appeared frequently in animated films produced by Soyuz-Multfilm, where she was often portrayed as a comical, bumbling antagonist. These portrayals softened her savage edge, depicting her as an individualistic force who resisted the collective ideals of Soviet society, but was ultimately outmatched by the disciplined youth. Thus, this archetype was repurposed as a cautionary figure against chaos and disorder. More recently, Baba Yaga has carved out a significant role in the realm of video games. Games like the Tomb Raider series reimagine her story in fresh and inventive ways, such as portraying her hut not as a magical cabin, but as a mysterious mechanized complex within a lost Soviet outpost in Siberia. Despite shedding some elements of traditional magic, the core motifs persist: a potent, enigmatic woman, a forbidding wilderness, and a moving, uncanny dwelling. This demonstrates how Baba Yaga's archetype can be seamlessly integrated into futuristic or technological narratives while retaining her symbolic essence. These modern adaptations reveal the resilience of Baba Yaga's myth. Whether in music, film, state propaganda, or interactive media, she remains a compelling figure embodying ambiguity, power, and mystery. Her story transcends time and medium, continuously reshaped but never diminished, a testament to her place as one of folklore's most potent and enduring archetypes. Baba Yaga stands as a figure woven from intricate dualities and timeless archetypes that reach into our deepest fears and highest hopes. She summons us to face the unknown, urging us to embrace transformation and growth. Through her, we encounter the powerful interplay of life and death, wisdom and terror, and the wild, untamable forces of nature and femininity. Her legend invites us on a journey that is both daunting and enlightening, challenging us to step beyond comfort and into the profound mysteries that lie beyond the threshold. The legend of Baba Yaga and Vasilisa, the beautiful, intertwines a profound narrative within the depths of the mystical forest, a journey that is simultaneously daunting and enlightening. This tale challenges our understanding of power, nature, and the feminine experience, revealing a rich folklore tapestry that continues to resonate across generations. By venturing into the unknown and confronting the guardian of the threshold, the heroine emerges transformed, embodying resilience, wisdom, and a profound connection to the ancient forces that shape our world and psyche. If you found this exploration insightful and captivating, consider subscribing for more intriguing stories, and share your thoughts in the comments below.